know it?
The Middle. I don't think I know The Middle. What's it about?
Hmm, it's about a family. It's like a funny story. Yeah.
Okay.
He, yeah.
Okay. The Middle. Oh, is it Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah.
Malcolm is the name of the character.
Hmm, I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Well, nice. And Maro, how's it going with you?
Hi, Joshua.
Hey, how are you doing?
I can hear you very well.
You can't see me very well?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, now yes. Uh, I had a problem, but now it's great.
Okay. All right. And Maro, what did you do today? What have you done today so far?
Uh, Today, uh, I have studied, and at
Okay.
6 o'clock, I went to the gym.
Okay. Okay, nice. And who else do we have? Rebecca. Rebecca, how's it going?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Um, and Rebecca, what have you been
You
up
are
to today?
laughing. Sorry?
What have you been up to today? What have you done today, Rebecca?
Well, I've been busy. I've been working all day and
Oh,
doing exercise
okay.
always.
Nice. Um, and so working and doing exercise. And Rebecca,
Yeah.
I've I've had you in class before, right?
Yes, yes. I changed my picture.
Yeah.
Maybe for that you don't recognize me.
Yeah, that was definitely it. I recognize your name, but the picture was new.
My name or my voice is a peculiar voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll come back.
Oh, thank you.
Who else? Alejandro. Alejandro, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too. I haven't seen you for a little while. What have you been up to, Alejandro?
Excuse me, can you repeat?
What have you been up to? What have you been up to maybe today or recently?
Just studying English.
Okay, just studying English. Cool. Uh, and who else do we have? Natalia. Natalia, how's it going?
Hello, fine, thank you. Everything's okay. What about you? How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. Just traveling around a little bit. Uh, and Natalia, what did you do today?
So I worked quite a lot today, and actually nothing else, just worked.
Okay, so just worked.
Yeah.
All right, nice. And who else? Amp, how's it going?
Hi, teacher. Doing well, thank you. What about you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. And Amp, what did you do today?
Not much. I just was helping my sister with her their luggage. She just
Okay,
came from um, a trip yesterday, so yeah.
nice. All right, cool. And how long is your sister gonna stay? Or is she staying
No, no,
forever?
no. She was on vacation. She was in Europe, and just she came back.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. All right, good. And I guess we're about ready. Let's get started with today's class. So we're gonna be talking about the news. And let's start with maybe Wasu. Can you read the title in the next few lines?
Okay, the news. Uh, discuss news-related topics. List comic, read and discuss news stories, and practice role plays.
Nice. good. Maybe just comics. Can you repeat comics?
Comic.
Yeah, comics.
Comic.
Good.
Comics.
Really well done. And let's go to this first one. Wasu, can you ask Rebecca the first question?
Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What did you say? Sorry.
Can you ask Rebecca the first question, Wasu?
Okay.
Read this question.
What news story are you following now?
Right now, I'm following the crisis in Greece. Yes, in Greece. Between Greece and the European Union.
Yeah. Okay, definitely that's a really big story right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And Rebecca, can you ask Natalia the next question?
Sure. Do you think that the news is necessary? Why or why not?
I even don't know how to answer this question because from time to time I think on it, and on the one hand the news is necessary, so to follow the way the world develops, people live and so on, but on the other hand it seems to me that sometimes we focus on news too much, and so we just read the news, but actually it isn't connected with our life, and it seems that we live in that world that is not real. So yeah, so we need news, but maybe we shouldn't pay so much attention to it.
Mm-hmm. Really good answer. Really good grammar.
Very extensive.
Yeah, well done. Okay.
Okay.
And Natalia, can you ask Mauro the next question?
Okay, so what do you think is the most important thing the news should report?
I think that the most important thing that the news should report are the who has done the action, where the action is placed, and how the event is the event has happened, and I think that the news don't have to be so too long, but doesn't have to be too long, but the news should summarize the event in few words, in few sentences.
Nice. Okay. In a few words, in a few sentences. Remember, the news doesn't, because it's the third person. It's the news. It would be third person singular.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe where the action took place, too. So we say things took place or take place in different locations. Really good answer, though. All right. And does anybody have any questions here? All right, well done. And let's go on to the next page. Let's have Amp. Can you read the title and the words? Amp?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you now.
Okay. Vocabulary, correspondent, cover story, breaking news, to verify, plagiarize, 24-hour news, editorial, independent media, eyewitness reports.
Nice. Maybe just verify.
Verify.
Yeah, verify. And other than that, very well done. Does anybody have any questions about any of these words? Okay.
What does
Amp.
plagiarize mean?
Plagiarize. Good. And Amp, can you make a sentence with plagiarize?
Yes, the magazine just plagiarized the editorial from the other magazine.
Nice. Really good sentence. And Mauro, was that your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. What do you think it means, Mauro? Can you tell us what it means now?
Plagiarize is when a magazine copy or when copy an article from another magazine or another newspaper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's really when anybody copies something from anybody else. But good, that's exactly right. Really nicely done. Ken, welcome to class. Ken, how's it going? Sorry, Ken, are you there?
Here. Oh my God.
Ooh,
Yes.
sounds like...
Now I could unmute, so I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
Okay, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, and it's nice to see you again, Ken.
Thank you.
Right. And I think we're all set here. Maybe let's have Alejandro. Can you make a sentence with eyewitness reports?
One moment. The eyewitness reports see the kill.
One more time.
The eyewitness reports see the kill.
Okay. Maybe we could say the eyewitnesses. And we need to say this in the past tense, Alejandro.
Saw the kill.
Yeah, saw. Saw the kill could work. Maybe we could say the murder, or we could say the killing. Yeah, I think the kill works. I think it sounds better to say either the murder or the killing.
Okay.
But
Thank
very
you.
nicely done, and good correction. Okay, and let's go on to the next page. Ken, can you read the title and try the first sentence?
Okay. Fill in the blank plus conjugate the verb. One are falling blank to be in Greece for the past 2 weeks, covering this story. We turn to him now. Our foreign correspondent has been in Greece for the past 2 weeks.
Nicely done. Really good work. Wasu, can you try the next one?
Okay. Today's breaking news. Right. Explain how Vanguard has begun.
It's not has begun.
Today, is begin.
This is the simple past tense.
Oh, begins. Just begin.
Oh,
Simple.
right.
Began.
Yeah, very well done. Began.
Okay.
Okay. Breaking news works here, but I think there's another one that might work better. Does anybody think they know another answer?
Editorials.
Uh-huh. I think editorial works a little bit better. But breaking news is not wrong. So very well done. And Rebecca, what about the next one?
Sorry. The new agency is rubbish all day. Sorry, all day. Okay. They have been writing for the past 10 years is yellow journalism. Hello.
I'm so sorry, that was really good. I was trying to say that all they have been printing with the progressive tense sounds a little bit strange. What would be a better
Okay.
tense?
Present perfect. Have printed.
Yeah, all they printed.
But the other one, did it work?
Yeah,
Well,
it sounds a little bit strange.
okay, yeah, it's
They've been
better this
printing
one.
because each time you print a newspaper article, it's like a single event in the past. It's not like a continuous printing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, because, for the past 10 years is a period of time,
Yeah.
so I thought maybe in that period they have been, printing.
Yeah, and it works, like I'm saying. It just
Mm-hmm.
doesn't sound as good as using the present perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, yes. Thank you.
Natalia, what about the next one?
Okay, so the columnist who the terrorists have held captive for the past months had held captive for the past month was released yesterday.
Had held. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you could say that. Columnist, what other word might work besides columnist?
Correspondent?
Journalist.
Yeah, journalist. Or correspondent, I think. Both work better. The third. Had held captive. What if we use this in the present progressive tense? So you're close. Maybe with the progressive it might sound a little bit better.
Had been holding.
Mm-hmm. Because it's something that was continuous over that period of time in the past. It is in the past because he was released yesterday, but I think it'd be the past perfect progressive. Nicely done, though. Good correction. Past perfect wouldn't be bad either. Mauro, what about the next one?
Our most famous journalist, or correspondent, maybe.
Or
Columnist.
yeah.
Okay. He's writing about love.
Okay. Right now he could be writing.
Yeah.
I think generally. What about generally?
I think that we could give a different meaning. It depends on the context we have.
Okay. So the context, if we use, what's this next word right here? What's that word?
I have to choose a word.
Yeah, if you could.
Right. I don't know.
Maybe politics might be a little bit easier. People often write what about politics?
I don't know what word use because.
Okay, it's a little bit tricky. Does anybody know what word to use here?
Has written.
Okay, so that would be the conjugation, and I think the conjugation might be a little bit clearer after we find out which word to put in the blank. What word might work here?
Right present?
Right. But we still need to fill in this word. What word?
Sorry, say again, please.
Yeah, we need a word to put here. So
Breaking news.
he writes breaking news about he writes breaking news about politics. It could work. What's another one that?
Editorials.
Yeah, editorials. So opinion pieces about politics.
Okay, I didn't get that. I had to choose words from the future, yellow journalism, breaking news. I didn't get it. Excuse me.
No worries. That's okay. And does it make sense now, though? So our famous columnist writes editorials about politics. Okay, well, hopefully that works.
Yeah,
another one up here. Okay, 2 is feature. So a feature is like a feature story. It's like a really big story of the day. But they all work. Anyways, this was good. It was a little bit difficult. David, welcome to class. David, how's it going?
It's going well, thank you. I'm still on vacation, so life is good.
Life is good when you're on vacation, for sure. Okay, and I think we're all set. Let's go on to the next page. Let's ask some questions. Maro, can you ask David the first question?
Do you think that reading a newspaper is a good way to improve your English?
Definitely. Reading is one of the best ways to learn about the language, but also learn about the culture, learn about anything, in fact. And it's one of the most neglected, or the neglectest skills that we have when we are learning a second language, because people don't like to read. They want to listen to music, they want to watch shows, but they want to watch movies, but they do not like to read. But reading is one of the best, of the most powerful tools to learn the second language.
Good. To learning, or it's one of the most powerful tools. Maybe we could say when learning a second language.
While learning sounds better.
Yeah, when learning, while learning, both would work. And you were right the first time, it's one of the most neglected. Yeah, but really well done.
I was not sure about that one.
Yeah, I could tell. You said it right the first time, though. Really good. They are tricky. David, can you ask Amp the next question?
Sure. Do you think it's important to read the newspaper and know what is going on in the world? Why or why not?
Yes, I think that it's important. Uh, well, if you don't read the newspaper, probably you can read something on in the internet or maybe to watch the television. But you are not, you don't live isolate from the world. You are part of the world, so you need to know what's going on around you. Um, Even when it's in another continent, probably you think that it doesn't affect you, but in one way or another, it's something that is going to affect in the future.
Nice. Yeah, in a really interconnected world right now, and it's important to know what's going on. Nicely done. Good answer. Good grammar. Both of you guys, Amp and David. Amp, can you ask Alejandro the next question?
Alejandro, do you trust the information that you get from the news?
Actually, not for all. I only read the news, but I think about my true or what is true in the news. I think in the article the journalist writes his true, but not the a very true, no?
But not an objective truth.
Yes.
Yeah, objective might be good. So the journalist writes his truth. Can you repeat that? The journalist writes his truth.
The journalist write his truth.
Mm-hmm. And I only read the news. The news. Can you repeat news?
News.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but really good. So yeah, people write their own truth. It's really hard to get objective truth, so you have to think about it a lot. It's a good answer. Really good answer.
Thank you.
And Alejandro, can you ask Ken this last question?
Ken, what would the world be like without news?
Without news, maybe people cannot get enough information about the world or what happening in the world. So it could be dangerous, actually.
Okay. Dangerous. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, because if people cannot get enough information, some maybe totalitarian, can manipulate or regulate people very easily, or a big corporation too.
Yeah, which would still be in the realm of a totalitarianism, I think, even if it is a corporation. But good, I think that's really nice. Good answer. Okay, and does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay, let's go on. Let's do a little bit of reading. Let's have Wasu. Wasu, can you read this first part?
Okay. The story. Yesterday, kids defaulted on a major loan payment. Why is this such a big deal? A country in the Eurozone just defaulted on its debt, and if Greece and its creditors can't agree on a new bailout plan, it could become the first country ever to leave the Eurozone. No one knows what it would mean for everyone else, but right now in Greece, people can't take out more than 60 euros at a time from ATM. So there's that.
Yeah, yeah. So there's that. Defaulted. Really, really nicely done. Does anybody have any questions here? Okay, and let's have Rebecca. Can you read the next paragraph?
Yeah. What's going to happen next? Greece wants more money, but its creditors say you and everyone else, and that Greece should try things like higher taxes and pensions cuts before expecting creditors to write new checks. Greece Prime Minister isn't so into the more austerity thing, but he's having the country vote on it on Sunday. European leaders are saying you can't sit with us. If Greece votes no to the new bailout terms.
Okay, to the new bailout terms. Can you repeat bailout terms?
Bailout.
Bailout.
Bailout terms.
Alright,
Bailout. Bailout.
Bailout.
Bailout.
Out. Terms. Bailout terms.
Bailout.
Yeah.
Bailout terms.
Bailout terms. It's good. That's a tricky one. And can you repeat austerity?
Bailout terms.
Austerity.
Law austerity. Okay, austerity. Austerity.
And more money, more austerity. This is
no
just
money.
slang. It's from a song, in case you guys are confused. It stands for more. More money, more austerity.
More money, more austerity. Okay.
Yeah.
Austerity.
And good. It's an if-then clause too. So if there is more money, then there will be more austerity. So that's what this means. And then also Greases. Can you repeat Greases, Rebecca?
Greases.
Nicely done. Okay, good. And let's have Natalia. Can you read the end?
Okay. The scheme. The whole idea behind the Eurozone is that European countries are stronger together. If Greece is forced out, it would not only damage the global economy, but call into question the Eurozone's entire mission statement.
Really nice pronunciation. Good job. Okay. And Laire, welcome to class. Laire, how are you?
Hello everyone.
Hey. And how's it going?
Quite fine. I have just arrived from work, so I'm a bit tired, but well.
Okay, perfect. Well, it's good to see you again.
Thank you.
And right. Does anybody have any questions on this story? Any questions here? Okay, Mauro, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen with Greece? Do you think it will leave the Eurozone, or do you think it will stay?
I think that Greece continue staying in the European Union, but it could be also very dangerous because if the Greece decides to leave the European Union and make an alliance with Russia, it could be very dangerous for the European Union and the United States too, because I think that the Cold War it isn't finished. It isn't finished yet, and if the Greece decides to receive money and economic help from Russia, the United States, and the all countries of the European Union, especially the countries of the European Union,
Especially where?
They could be the same thing of the Greece. So I think it's a very dangerous thing.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear. Especially this. What countries of the European Union?
Yeah, especially the European countries of if Greece can develop its economical situation, the European countries could do the same thing of the Greece. So could leave the European Union and go with Russia.
Okay. So if Greece decides to receive money and economic help from Russia, other European Union countries might do the same thing. Okay. Yeah. Good answer. Okay. And let's do a little bit more reading. Laire, can you read the comic?
Yes. Next on Eyewitness Action News. Blood spatter sidewalks and road-covered bodies. Could the next victim be you? Well, get the story from the living rooms of Chauvin, historical relatives, and we'll tell you why you should be paralyzed with helpless fear. That's Eyewitness Action News. It's what you need to know.
Good. Really nice job. Good pronunciation, paralyzed, hysterical. And what is happening in this comic, David?
Yeah, I'm trying to follow up what's going on.
Yeah.
What is it? Let me read again.
Maybe Amp. What about you? What do you think? Amp, are you there? Maybe Ken. Oh no, Ken's gone too. David or Amp, are either of you there? Can you guys hear me?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. I'm just trying to, because I was not following it through, so I'm trying to read what's going on.
Okay, Amp, do you understand the comic?
It's he is watching the news. The guy.
And what?
And well, maybe what the news transmits sometimes is like a fear when they say, "Could the next victim be you?"
Yeah. So the news is transmitting fear. Yeah. I mean, what else? I mean, I guess is it trying to make a statement or a comment on the news, on watching the news and television? Maybe either David or Amp.
Yeah, I'm reading again.
David, have you read it yet?
You know, I realize that I don't like comics. So I'm serious. You know, I can read short stories, but comics, I always, for some reason, I have like I don't know, what is that? I always skip when I read it. When I read a newspaper, I always skip the comics part. I don't know why is that, but it's interesting because there's a lot of culture in it. So let me just. I think it's trying to. It might be something funny, but I can't get the the funny part, the punchline in it.
Okay.
So maybe you can help us with that, because I don't see the punchline. It's talking about kind of make you feel conscious about what's going on, that you could be the next person to be killed, or
The punchline is in the last comic, and it's not spoken.
he kind of doesn't care. He goes to the, he's like, it doesn't care about the news, and he goes and reads the newspaper.
He doesn't. I mean, because he's reading the newspaper doesn't mean he doesn't care about the news. There's a type of news that he doesn't like, or that he decides is not useful for him. Does anybody think they could explain this comic?
I don't get it. I guess I need to read more comics.
That's okay. I think comics are a good way of getting culture too. Like you said.
Well, in front of that kind of news, they just decide to change and read another thing.
Yeah. So he's presented with blood-spattered sidewalks and shroud-covered bodies. It's definitely
gruesome.
How do we add in front of what is
It's very
happening
graphic
around?
and gruesome.
Yeah, so this is a very graphic, gruesome, violent news story on the television. And I'm saying it's what you need to know. It's really important. And, you know, he decides that it's not important. He'd rather read the news where he can decide what he sees. And yeah, you're not presented with something that's sensationalistic. And so it's a little bit more serious. It's not a terrifically funny comic, but more of social commentary. Maybe Amp, can you ask Alejandro the question?
Do you think that newspapers are less sensationalistic than TV news? Why or why not?
I think actually it's the same. The newspapers and the TV, the first objective is sell advertisements in her content. So they need be very magnificate the new, no, to catch more audience.
So they need to like magnify, I think is the word.
Magnify the news to gain a bigger audience.
Yeah. Okay, good. So newspapers and TVs kind of do the same thing. So neither one is more sensationalistic. Yeah, really good answer. And do you agree, Wasu? Do you agree with him?
Yes, but I think newspapers is more sensation because you can see the picture obviously, and you can read the news repeatedly. So I think newspaper is more sensation.
Are more sensationalistic.
Yeah.
Sensationalistic. Can you repeat that? Sensationalistic?
Yeah. Sensationalistic.
Perfect. Nice job. Good. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions here? On AMP, it'd be satirical. Satirical instead of satiric. But nice. Yeah, exactly. Let's do a little bit of reading. Let's try this. And let's have Rebecca. Can you read the first part of this?
Yes. What to say when your boss says you might have to stay late this Friday? Paying President Obama, he just announced he wants millions of Americans to get paid for working overtime. Right now, salaried Workers across the nation get overtime if they make anything under about 23,000 a year. But Obama wants overtime for workers who make anything under about $50,000 a year.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
nation.
Nation. What did I say? Nation.
I think you were close. Nation. Just make sure it's the long A.
That's okay. Thank you. Nation.
Yeah. And Natalia, can you read the next part?
Okay, so the GOP isn't so into this idea because it thinks it will hurt workers in the end, which might be why Obama is doing this with a rule change. Fancy talk for doesn't need approval from Congress. Always a good way to earn fans. Helping out the middle class is high on the president's to-do list before leaving office. See, trying to boost the federal minimum wage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And yeah, it sounded really good. What's the GOP? Do you know?
No, I don't know what it is.
Okay. Does anybody know what the GOP is?
No.
Great Old Party or something like that?
Yeah, Grand Old Party.
Oh, Grand Old Party.
Huh? What's the Grand Old Party?
Republicans.
Uh-huh. Republicans. What's the other party in the United States?
Democrats.
Democrats. Good. And yeah, really well done. Okay, any questions on this page? Does anybody have any questions? Okay. And maybe what do you think about it, Mauro? Do you think that, people who make, even if they make $50,000 a year, do you think they should get paid overtime if they work more than 40 hours a week?
Excuse me, I didn't get it very well, the first paragraph, because overtime is when you have to work more than your time work.
Mm-hmm. So what happens now is that if you get paid a salary, you have to work pretty much when your boss tells you to. So if you work more than 40 hours, if you work like 60 hours a week, your salary doesn't change. So if you make like $30,000 a year and you work 60 hours a week, you still make $30,000 a year. So you don't make any more money after 40 hours a week. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Mauro, do you think that's good? Do you think it should change, or do you think it shouldn't change?
I think it shouldn't change because if an employee or a worker has a contract, the government has to.
Whoa, sorry. I'm gonna mute you, Rebecca. Sorry. Mauro, what were you saying?
I was saying that if an employee or a worker has a contract, work contract, the government should be the force that has to respect it, and the overtime I think that he could 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 carry with could carry also um, anyway, I think that it shouldn't change.
Okay, shouldn't change.
Yeah.
Okay, it shouldn't change.
Shouldn't.
Okay, so you think that people who make a contract should work as much as their employers tell them to, even if it's more than 40 hours a week. Okay, yeah, I think there's a lot of people who say that too. And Leonardo, welcome to class. Leonardo, how's it going? Leonardo?
Hello.
Hi,
Sorry,
how are you?
my connect. Fine, and you?
Doing well, thank you for asking. And good, I think we're all set on this page. Let's move on. Maybe let's try a role play, which is here, to finish up class. And let's have Laire. Can you read the role of the father?
Yes. Father, you think that your family should watch the news at night and discuss it. It's a good way to raise conscious children who know how to dialogue about what is happening in the world. Convince your son to watch the news with the family.
Good. Conscientious.
Conscientious.
Conscientious and dialogue.
Okay.
Can you repeat dialogue?
Dialogue.
Good. And David, can you read the role of the son?
Sure. You hate watching the news with your family. You don't mind reading the news, but you think that the TV channels your father likes is too biased. You don't want to hurt his feelings, but it's annoying having to always argue against him. Find a solution without being mean.
Nicely done. Good work. And let's maybe start with Amp. Can you read can you play the father? And can you start talking?
Okay. My son, it's time for watching the news. You live in this world and you need to know what is happening around the world. Don't spend too much time just playing video games.
Nice. Good job. And Alejandro, how would you respond?
No, I prefer to play into the PlayStation. I am not interested about news. It's all lie.
It's all lies.
Lies.
And I'm not interested in the news.
The news.
Yeah, it's all lies. Okay, and Wasu, how would you respond?
Okay. Son, let's sit together and see what's going on in this earth. I prefer you sit with me and watch it together. Don't spend time too much to do things ridiculous.
What was that last part?
Prefer sitting. Don't spend many time to do things ridiculous.
Okay, this last part. Don't spend too many time to do things ridiculous. Does anybody have any suggestions for this sentence? How we might change it?
Doing ridiculous things.
Nice. Okay. Doing ridiculous things.
And much time.
Nice. Good. Really good corrections. Can you repeat that one more time, Wasu?
Okay. Don't spend much time doing ridiculous things.
Yeah. Maybe even if we wanted to add too much time doing ridiculous things.
Okay.
Rebecca, how would you respond?
Okay. I'm busy now. Don't disturb me. I don't care about news. I told you 100 of times.
Told you hundreds of times.
I've told you 100 of times. Okay.
Hundreds of times.
Hundreds.
Uh,
100.
Not 100s, just hundreds.
Hundreds. No one. Okay, thank you. I
Yeah.
told you hundreds of times.
Yeah, I've told you hundreds of times that I am not into the news. Remember the news? We need the article in front of it. So it's like
Yeah.
it's the internet or the
Okay.
one of those big nouns. Good. Okay. And one last one, Natalia. How would you respond?
But you should be conscientious. You are the citizen of this global world, and you should know what is happening in the world, and moreover, we should be able to express your opinion on these events, and maybe make some attempts to change these events.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Really well done. Okay, perfect. And awesome. Really nice job, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. We are just about out of time. I have a number of classes later in the afternoon. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you all again. And thanks again.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Joshua.
Bye,
Bye,
teacher.
Joshua.
Guys.